area and establish this settlement. That was 164 years ago, and this property is still in the hands of the Fischer family. Currently, 4 generations of Fischers have revitalized this historic store and made it a destination for history seekers. They have done an amazing job. You can see why it is still a lively area and remains in the same family after 164 years. In July, this store will become part of the Fischer Historic District, listed on the National Register of Historic Places. So I guess we'll have to have another party.
You all come. And it won't rain that day.
Just be very hot. About a year ago, a Texas Historical Commission staff person visited Fischer and declared that she wanted to become a Fischer. Congratulations to all of your family and all you have done for the preservation of the history of Comal County and of Texas. And I would like to, I told her, she's waving at me in the back row. The lady waving in the back row, her name is Susan Shore. She is from the Texas Historical Commission. She is the program specialist for the Texas Heritage Tourism Program, and she is here photographing because they are going to do a mobile app on Texas German settlements. So that's why she is here photographing today. So anyway, when you see her, smile pretty. And thank you very much for Judge Krause being here today and Commissioner Crownover. Also, we have Sheriff Mark Reynolds. Is he unlocking a car? Oh, there he is. I know we have somebody who has a car locked in the car there. But anyway, also want to thank, where's Brian Widener? Brian right back there. Brian is the one who wrote the narrative, which is very extensive for the history of this store, and he was aided by, of course, Charlene at the time, Jerry, Sandra, and Terry. So anyway, getting a historic marker is not an easy task, and it's a big document, 25 pages, fully referenced, so it's a lot of work. Bob Warnicki also helped with the doing the floor plan and the store construction. I better hurry here. Also here we have members of our Comal County Historical Commission. I'll call out your names and you can just wave. We have Sally Blacksmith, Florence Borchers, Cindy Coors, John Coors, Sammy DeVillier, who is incidentally our marker chair for Comal County, Linda Dieter, Myra Lee Goff, Gloria Lamoureux, Marlena Schlatter, Wilfred Schlatter. Did I forget anybody? That stuck in? Okay, very good. All right, thank you. And now, Judge Sherman Krause will like to say a few words.
Just a very few. I don't want to be the cause of us getting caught in the rain. Well, it's just wonderful to be here. It's wonderful to see so many of you come out and support this effort, support the preservation of our history, the preservation of what came before us. We heard in the invocation those that came before us and sacrificed so much so that we have what we have today. So it's wonderful to see all of you supporting that effort. And on behalf of the county, it's a great honor for me to be here to say congratulations to the family for what you've accomplished, to thank you for preserving the history of our community, and to say thank you to all of the members of the Historical Commission that Karen pointed out. Every one of these marker dedications that we have, there's always just a great turnout and great support from our Historical Commission, and so much work that goes into preserving that history and creating these historical markers. So thank you to you as well. Thank you, Karen.
Thank you, Judge. And now Commissioner Jen Crownover would like to give a few words.
I also will keep it brief. I don't want to be the reason the rain's on. I want to thank the Historical Commission for all their hard work. I want to thank the family. and everybody else for being here. This is a county with such a rich history, and it is so exciting to be part of that. And it's also very exciting just to see how the community rallies around it and just celebrates that. And so, you know, in a time where people are busy taking down statues, you know, here we are, we're celebrating them. So, you know, thank you for that patriotism and thank you for that pride that we have. And let's, you know, if the rest of the world is losing it, let's not lose it here. So, and I want to say, I know Charlene would be extremely proud, and lots of other members of the family, that this was a dream. I was overhearing it earlier in the store, that this has been a dream that's a long time coming, and I want to thank the family and just congratulate you on your dedication and your perseverance, because it's a long, slow, arduous process. And so thanks for sticking with it and giving us just yet another thing to celebrate. Thanks.
Thank you. If you are a Fischer relative, descendant, just raise your hand. Or even married to a Fischer. A lot of you guys here. Okay, now Sammy DeVillier, Comal County Marker Chair, would like to say a few words.
Yes, and first of all, I want you to know that, Georgianne, you have a letter from Senator Donna Campbell and one from Representative Biederman that thanks them for the preservation work that they have done here. And those letters, I will provide those letters to you. Where'd you go? All right, now I will tell you a story. In the San Antonio newspaper not long ago, there was an article on the Texas polo ponies. Fischer had a polo team. Those ponies were so great that if they would even go up to the east where the big time polo ponies were, and they'd beat them. And we often wondered, why were they so great? Well, now I thought she'd give me another cane to hold on to. But anyway, this is on display inside. I was going to say that the very last thing, and thank you for that. But they wondered, okay, how could little communities like Fischer, New Braunfels, of course, San Antonio had a polo team, and throughout Texas, how could they beat those eastern horses? I'll tell you why. There was a man named Cecil Smith. He lived in Bertie. In the 1930s, he was the world's renowned polo player. He was also renowned for the training of the polo ponies. Now, Bernie's close by. Do you think maybe he came over and helped, or we sent some of our polo ponies over to him? And why they were so great. Now, one other different story is the remount stallions. I was fascinated with this. After World War I, the stallions were no longer needed in the military because you went mechanized. And these ponies then became for sale, but you had stringent restrictions before you purchased one. You had to have the particular padlock, you had to have the particular foods, you had to have the run of enough acreage for that horse, and the military would even come and check out your place to make sure it met all those requirements. Willie Fischer was purchasing a horse, and inside are the letters that you found in a, wait a minute, look at the wrong person, that you found in the trunk.
Yeah, in the trunk in the warehouse, yeah.
They found them in a trunk, and they have placed them where you can go in and view those letters. I was so fortunate they sent them to me by email, and it's just fascinating that between Willie Fischer and the military, what you had to do. And that ends my stories for you today.
Thank you, Sammy. Okay, now Georgianne Grossbeck.
It doesn't need a key. Well, I might.
I can't believe how many people are here. And
Thank you all for coming, but what I'm here right now to thank people who really helped this come along, and I want to introduce my family. Cheryl, will you stand up? This is my sister Cheryl, Dustin, Danielle, and my aunt. For a year and a half, we've been turning the store over to what you see today, and we've been a year and a half of every Saturday and most Sundays, the whole family shows up, and at the end of this, we still like each other. So it's been good. Okay, she'll be last. Let me introduce the rest. Jerry, my Aunt Jerry, and Nicole and Delu, that's her family. Sandra, and Mills and Webster's with Mills and Alyssa. And Jackie and Terry Fisher and uncle, Jackie.
He's not wearing the hat.
And then, but I want to give a special thanks to Wendy. Wendy, you have been great. Wendy she's all of the posters that you see inside the store, Wendy has made those. And she's really taken an interest in the family history and putting things on paper. We don't want to have to keep learning the stories over and over. We want to carry them forward. And so she's been great about helping us get that written down. One of the things that we have found, another thing we found in the store were Case Fischer. Hi, Case.
No.
Our grandfathers were brothers, and we found all of the letters that his grandfather wrote home from World War I. And so we put those in a binder in the store, and that's one of the treasures that we have in here. So there's so many people I would like to thank, but that's the family, and they've all been invaluable. Oh, my family.
I'm not really that forgettable, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Revenge is sweet.
Let's see. My daughter, Amanda. My husband, Kenneth. And Amanda's family. Drew, Michael, Kevin, with camera. Yeah, thank you.
So now we will have the marker unveiling by Kenneth.
Now we'll read the marker for you. Thanks to Alton Raw, my first grade teacher, I learned to read. Brothers Herman Fischer, 1826 to 1893, and Otto Fischer, 1830 to 1904, immigrated from Germany to Texas in 1849 and 1852, respectively, and settled here in 1853. They built a two-room dog trot log cabin on the banks of Lake Creek. Through subsistence farming, livestock, and wild game, they were able to survive in this remote area. Following the Civil War, more settlers moved to this region, and Herman established a mercantile business out of his home. In 1855, Herman married Anna Lindemann, 1837 to 1921. Both his business and family grew quickly, and soon the cabin became too small. In the 1870s, the store moved to its second location, a larger building which included a saloon and post office for Fischer store. The store was the social and economic center of the community and helped settlers acclimate to the new area.
In 1902, the current store was built by Herman Fischer II, 1866 to 1931, and Willie Fischer, 1868 to 1958, selling a wide range of merchandise from small household items to large farm equipment. The building construction features juniper, mountain cedar piers, longleaf pine beams, 10 siding, and 6/6 double-hung cypress frame windows with wavy glass panes. The interior walls are lined with custom shelving. Other unique features include glass display cases and revolving octagonal hardware cabinets. The original post office equipment and telephone booth remain as a reminder of the building's initial purpose. As the namesake and heart of the community, Fischer Store is a classic example of an early 20th century rural mercantile.
And now there's a special presentation or discussion from Sandra on a weather award.
Tell me I don't have guts to be up here talking about weather today. But I am not responsible. I just report the facts. Steve Smart and Corey Van Pelt with the National Weather Service were to be here today to present a 75 years of weather reporting by the Fischer family. So it's been in the family actually longer than 75 years. And there was some informal reporting, which Herman too did before the turn of the century when the National Weather Service was pretty new. The award it's not the Weather Service that dropped the ball on the award because it is a thing, it exists. It's that they were expecting bad weather this weekend, so they had to be off dealing with bad weather around their region, which is pretty big, and so they were not here to present the award today. Maybe when we do the national community register, we will get that done at the same time. Herman too was the first who did the weather reporting, and then his brother Willie followed. He did it for some years, and then my dad Eddie did for some years, and then Charlene, and then it has come to me within the last couple of years. So again, I'm not responsible, just report the facts.
I would take responsibility for it because you did get it out of here just in time. Thank you all for coming. I know my grandma Charlene and my grandma Fischer would be very proud that this is happening and that the turnout. There's so many of y'all. So the Fischer Store is going to be constantly changing. We're work in progress, and what that means, it's a whole lot of work and very, very little progress. So please check in with us frequently. We also do have a Facebook page where I try to keep everybody updated on everything that we have going on. And please come in and check out the t-shirts because we're trying to put in a bathroom. So I have colors for every complexion out here. But, or I'll tell you, yes. But no, thank y'all all for coming. I was really just supposed to tell y'all to come inside for tea and cookies. Sorry.
Thank y'all for coming.